With Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood in full swing, I'm super addicted to progressing through this so far amazing expansion. But being the summer, time spent alongside my beloved computer is a little bit more limited than usual, so I spent a lot of time away from home gaming on a laptop that I bought last year. So what's it like playing this game on lower settings? Hey guys, it's Sun for Games. Have you ever been playing a game and suddenly been like, man, these shadows are super shitty looking, it looks like crap? Or maybe you've been walking along and suddenly a tree pops up in your field of view, or changes from like a 2D tree that you could have drawn when you were in 3rd grade to like a more realistic 3D tree, which would have been super impressive if they had managed to do it without you noticing. I have seen these things and it drives me insane. The curse of being fascinated by computer hardware and always trying to push it further and make the games I play look even better is that you notice pretty jarringly when some of those prettier effects start to go away. It's the struggle of all PC gamers that also enjoy playing on consoles from time to time. With Final Fantasy XI, for instance, this wasn't always that easy to notice. The game was developed first and foremost for PS2, and for many will always look best on that system. Some technical wonders, such as the unique weather effects in Avatar R, is never really properly translated to the PC version. So while resolutions could be pumped up to insane values, it never quite had the charm, the same just oomph. So even if you bumped up that resolution and additional effects as high as they could go, going back to the PS2 always kind of felt a little bit like going back into your comfort zone. But that's partially due to the incredible art direction of Final Fantasy XI. I mean, games like Crisis don't have quite the same impact when instead of a beautiful, realistic, lush forest, you get green triangles on brown sticks and water that looks like it was rendered on a microwave. So why do I bring all this up? Because we were talking about Final Fantasy XIV. What does it all matter? It's because I love graphics. I love good graphics. I've been obsessed with them ever since I first built a PC and realized I could modify graphics settings. I didn't even know that was a thing. And for MMOs, my favorite genre, they're all the more important. MMORPGs are often filled with some of the most beautiful landscapes in gaming, with massive zones that are meant by design to hold massive numbers of players spread out across the zone for technical reasons. Traveling to distant horizons, getting swept up in the incredible sunsets, changing weather, discovering dark, wet caverns, seeing random passerbys that, in the back of your mind, you know are actually people enjoying the same unique locations I'm finding. I love all that, and I want it to look exactly as the developer intended. It's all those aspects that, for me, make one of the reasons MMORPG grinds are worth it, when at every next level you might discover an even more beautiful locale with dangerous monsters to fight. Discover a new ability or technique that pushes your PC to the limit with incredible particle effects torching your enemies to a burnt crisp with fire explosions. I love that stuff, it's so cool. Not to say that it has to be ultra realism, art direction is way more important, but still, graphical horsepower can totally change the impact a game like that can have. I know a lot of you are like, I thought this was a Final Fantasy XIV video, get to the point man, bring us back in, what are you doing? Leading me to my problem, I'm often not at home, especially in the summer. Weekends away are all the more common, but with new games, new DLC, new expansions coming out, I always try to sneak in some games here and there, wherever I can, which leads me to the laptop. Now I should start off by saying this laptop's not bad at all. This laptop and I have been through a lot. It's what I made all my videos on last year when I was stuck out of the house because of the bats. I place most of the games that I try to play on at 720p perfectly fine, and Final Fantasy XIV runs decently on it too in DirectX 9. I bought it last year for this exact purpose. Weekends away, quick gaming sessions. It's not my main computer, it's just a little side thing that helps me continue working on videos and playing some games while I'm not at home. The issue is more with me. I've seen the top of the mountain. I go from playing these games in the highest settings I can muster to fiddling with draw distance settings and lighting quality until I can get a just healthy enough frame rate. Now when grinding out levels in areas I've seen a million times, this gets by just fine. I do a dungeon or two, I don't really notice, I move on with my life. But Stormblood just came out. Everything I do right now is a new area, a new horizon, a new vista that I've never before seen. As I played last weekend, I kept wondering whether the DirectX 9 settings I was playing at were lessening my experience. Every time the day and night cycle switched to night, I had to kind of squint to see what was on the screen because of the glare on the laptop screen. I just couldn't help but wonder if I was ruining the experience for myself. And having been back for a night and checking out some of these areas that I saw for the first time on the laptop while I was away, I think I might have been right. Now that they're in their full glory, I'm like, wow, these areas are really impressive. And this is the same problem when you're used to playing on an amazing computer monitor at home or a big TV screen that you know and love, and then you switch to something else for whatever reason, and it's just kind of like, yeah, I mean, I can live with this, it's not bad, but I miss the setup. Now, I will say, much like Final Fantasy XI, Final Fantasy XIV is a very pretty game, even on its lowest settings. It's more the transition from high to low, if you're used to that, that can be so jarring. but it's an MMO and I'm hooked. I couldn't wait until I got home to keep making progress. So I kept doing quest lines and reaching new areas and checking out new stuff. So how do you guys deal with this? Do any of you have a similar setup? Maybe playing on a console in certain rooms, but PC in others, so you switch between the two a lot and you kind of notice the changes? I mean, like I said, the laptop's really not that terrible and runs pretty respectably, especially while I'm away from home. I can't ask for much more than that. But I couldn't help but miss the beautiful settings of my home computer, especially while I was checking out these areas that I'd never seen before. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I mean, this video didn't have to be specifically about Final Fantasy XIV, it's more about gaming in general. But Stormblood is what brought it to my attention again more fresh recently. I mean, a lot of the times while I'm away, I'm just playing like a 2D indie game or something, because I know that I can't play things at the amazing graphics that I think they deserve. But when I'm hooked on a game, sometimes I force my way through it, even if I maybe should just wait. Retroactive happy 4th of July for everybody in the United States. That's why no videos came out over the course of this week, because I was away and couldn't really put any together. But I'm back and I can't wait to get more to it. More to it. What does that even mean? Thanks for sticking through this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, you should totally think about subscribing. I've got videos coming out twice a week, and if you like this one, there's at least a chance you'll like some of the others that are very similar to this, so live dangerously. Let me know what you guys thought about the video in the comments and other videos you'd like to see. And finally, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Huntin for Games to keep up with all the latest stuff. See ya.